Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to EduHunt video lecture series. Let's start the part 2 animal kingdom today, which includes phylum, only single major phylum, that is Chordata. Let's see the general features of the phylum Chordata. They have a notochord at some stage of their development. At least some of them have in the larval form, larval stage, and in some in adults. At least in the developmental, that is in developmental cycle or in during the life cycle, they should possess at least at one stage this notochord. Presence of notochord marks the animal as it is, it belongs to phylum Chordata. Presence of dorsal tubular nervous system. Dorsally placed tubular nervous system is another feature, and presence of pharyngeal gill slits at some stage of its life cycle. In the same way as we have seen in case of notochord, at some stage, during development, right from embryonic stage till the formation, till the development or till the transformation to adult form, during these phases, at least one phase should possess this gill slits, pharyngeal gill slits. That is presence of notochord at some stage in its life cycle, and presence of dorsal tubular nervous system, and presence of pharyngeal gill slits, and endostyle or thyroid gland, presence of endostyle or thyroid gland, development of eyes from nervous system, that is nervous epithelium, and not from skin. It is also another feature of chordate, and that is epithelium, nerve epithelium. These are the 5 important features, 5 demarcating features of chordates from non-chordates. What are they? Presence of notochord. Second is presence of dorsally placed tubular nervous system. And third is presence of pharyngeal gill slits. And fifth one is the presence of endostyle or thyroid gland, and development of eyes from nervous epithelium and not from skin. These are the 5 demarcating features of the phylum Chordata. It is divided into 3 subphyla. Chordata is a major phylum, again based on some special features. Based on the features, they were again classified into 3 subphyla. Chordata having the notochord, which is present throughout the life, or sometimes it may be confined to the cephalo, means head, that is cephalochordata, and urochordata, uro means tail, vertebrata. These are the 3 subphyla of the phylum Chordata. One is cephalochordata, second is urochordata, and the next one is vertebrata. These are the 3 subphyla. What are they? These are subphyla of the phylum Chordata. Cephalochordates and urochordates are called prochordates or protochordates. These are primitive to vertebrates. Cephalochordates and urochordates are considered as protochordates or acraniates. Acraniates. Cranium is present like this. Here we have a cranium, that is a box, skull box, or the calcified structure that protects the brain is the cranium. So that is not present in cephalochordates and urochordates. But in vertebrates, they have this cranium in the skull, in the head. That is why they have separated from the acraniates, and they are also called protochordates. What are the two protochordates? Cephalochordates and urochordates. These are the two subphyla which again considered as protochordates, as they do not possess the cranium. They have no cranium. Cranium is absent in protochordate, while in craniates, cranium is present. Let's see the first subphylum, that is Cephalochordata. Cephalochordata. Here in Cephalochordata, cephalo means head. Head. Chordata. Chordo means notochord. Ata, bearing. Notochord is present in the head. It extends up to the head. That is why this subphylum is named like that. And all the forms are marine, and excretion, they show excretion with the help of protonephridia. They have solenocytes. Protonephridia are the organs of excretion and they possess solenocytes. Pharyngeal gill slits are present in adults. In adults, the pharyngeal gill slits are confined to adults. Coelom, yes, it is enterocoel. Development is mostly direct. Direct development means they lack larval stage during their development. Example is Amphioxus. It represents all the three chordate characters in adult stage. What are the three major chordate characters? One is the presence of notochord, second is the nervous system, tubular nervous system, and third is presence of pharyngeal gill slits. All these primary features are present in Amphioxus at the adult stage. Adult stage, they possess, these Amphioxus possess all these chordate features. They retain the chordate features in the adults. Notochord. Notochord, the notochord is in this animals is extended head to tail. That is right from the anterior to posterior throughout the body, the notochord is extended. Example, branchiostoma or Amphioxus. Amphioxus, it is also called as lanceolate. Lanceolate is Amphioxus. I'll show you the picture of Amphioxus. Yeah, this is the picture of Amphioxus. You can see. Notochord is extended from head to the end of the tail. That is notochord extension. And these are gill slits. Pharyngeal gill slits are there. Notochord is there, nervous system is there, and all the other features of chordates it has. Branchiostoma or amphioxus, it is also called as lanceolate, is a best example of cephalochordate. The second subphylum, that is Urochordata or Tunicata. Tunic means skin, thick skin. It is present all over the body, thick skin. These are tunicates. Skin is present. And Urochordata, as I mentioned previously, that Uro means tail. Chordata means chordate is presence of notochord. Notochord is present in the tail. That is why they have kept in this subphylum. Outer covering of the body called the tunicin. Tunica, which is made up of tunicin, it is a type of polysaccharide, cellulose. It is a cellulose which is secreted, and there is noticed some vanadium in the tunicin. Tunicin is a substance like cellulose, a kind of cellulose called tunicin, which makes the tunic. And they observed the presence of vanadium in the tunicin. All the animals are marine and blood vascular system is open type. I hope all of you know what is meant by open type. Many forms are sessile and only chordates which can be sessile are the urochordates. They are attached to the substratum. They are sedentary animals. They are sessile in nature. They are attached to the bottom of the sea. They are exclusively marine. Their notochord is confined to the tail region. Coelom, secondarily, it is absent, and excretory system is lacking. Unisexual or bisexual forms are there. Some of the forms are unisexual and some are bisexual. Asexual reproduction is also takes place by budding. These are called ascidians. Ascidia. This is the one you can see on the board. That is ascidia. Asexual reproduction by budding in many forms, and development may be direct or indirect. That is, they may have a larval phase in the developmental stages. During the development, they may produce larva. If they produce larva, the development is said to be indirect. If they do not produce larval phase, larval stage, then they are called as, the development is said to be direct. And some forms show neoteny. It is a very important feature. What is meant by neoteny? Neoteny is nothing but the retention of larval features in adults. Larval features ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో అవి అడల్ట్స్లో కూడా రిపీట్ అయితే it is called neoteny. It is a remarkable feature of the subphylum Urochordata. What is that? Neoteny. Neoteny is the presence of larval features, characters in the adults. Repetition or retention of larval features in the adults is called the neoteny. And alteration of generation is seen. It includes three classes. One is Ascidiacea. And then Larvaceae, Thaliacea. The second subphylum, that is Urochordata, is divided into 3 classes. One is Acidiaceae, second Thalliaceae, and the third one Larvaceae. Acidiaceae, the animals are called ascidians, and these are sessile tunicates. They may be colonial or solitary. They may be single or colonial. Example is herdmania. It is called sea squirt. Its tadpole larva shows retrogressive metamorphosis. What is meant by metamorphosis? Metamorphosis is development in the morphology, change in the transformation in the morphology. During developmental stages, like we have seen metamorphosis in insects like butterfly, silkworm. They show metamorphosis during their development. Transition from one phase to another. That is, eggs after hatching, they form larva. After formation of larva, after some time, they transform into pupa, then to adult. These are the metamorphosis phases of metamorphosis. Based on the metamorphosis, we have classified the insects into hemimetabolic, porometabolic, holometabolic, like that. Anyway, metamorphosis is a transformation of stages from one to another. That metamorphosis is 2 types. One is progressive metamorphosis and second is retrogressive metamorphosis. Progressive ante chinna nunchi peddaki, simple nunchi complex ki వెళ్ళడం, అంటే ఇవల్యూషన్ లో తక్కువ నుంచి ఎక్కువకు వెళ్ళడం, దట్ ఈస్ ప్రోగ్రెసివ్ మెటమార్ఫోసిస్. అంటే లార్వల్ ఫేజ్ లో ప్రీవియస్ ఫార్మ్స్ ప్రిమిటివ్ ఫీచర్స్ చూపించి అడల్ట్ ఫామ్ లో అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఫీచర్స్ చూపిస్తే దిస్ ఈస్ కన్సిడర్డ్ టు బి యాజ్ ద ప్రోగ్రెసివ్ మెటమార్ఫోసిస్. ప్రోగ్రెషన్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఎదగడం, గ్రోత్. రిట్రోగ్రెషన్ మీన్స్ reversion, that is metamorphosis in which the larval forms they have advanced features but the adults lack these advanced features. అర్థమైంది అనుకుంటున్నాను. టాడ్పోల్ లార్వా ఉంటుంది హర్డ్మేనియాలో. ఈ లార్వాలోనే అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఫీచర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, అడల్ట్స్లో అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఫీచర్స్ లేవు. అర్థమైందా? దిస్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ రిట్రోగ్రెసివ్ మెటమార్ఫోసిస్. వెరాస్ ప్రోగ్రెసివ్ మెటమార్ఫోసిస్ అంటే చిన్నప్పుడు చిన్న లక్షణాలుండి పెద్దయిన కొద్దీ ఎదగడం, పెద్దయిన కొద్దీ డెవలప్మెంట్ రావడం, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ప్రోగ్రెసివ్. రిట్రోగ్రెసివ్ అంటే చిన్నప్పుడు పెద్దగా ఉండి అంటే డెవలప్మెంట్ ఉండి పెద్ద అయిన తర్వాత లేకపోతే దాన్ని రిట్రోగ్రెసివ్ మెటమార్ఫోసిస్ అంటారు. ఇట్ ఈస్ సీన్ ఇన్ ద క్లాస్ Acidiaceae. Second class is Thalliaceae. These are pelagic tunicates. They are free swimming. Reproduction by budding. It is a kind of asexual reproduction. Example, Salpa and Doliolum. They freely swim in the water. They are pelagic in nature. They freely swim in the water. They are not like ascidians where we have seen that they are sedentary animals. They are sessile, sedentary. They may be solitary or colonial. Whether they are solitary or colonial, they just get attached to the substratum, bottom of the ocean or bottom of the sea. But in this case, Thalliaceae, these are pelagic forms. They freely swim in the water and they reproduce asexually by budding. And next class is Larvaceae. These are transparent. You can see here in the board, and these are free floating. Adults show neoteny and have 2 gill slits only. Oikopleura is the best example. Larvaceae, The animals of the class Larvaceae are transparent in nature and they freely floating in the water, ocean water, oceanic currents, they freely swim. And adults have neoteny. Just now I mentioned that neoteny is the retaining of larval features in the adults. That is seen in Larvaceae. That is why Larvaceae, larval features retain in the adults. They have 2 gill slits only. Anyway, they have gill slits. That's why they were kept in this category of animal kingdom. Example, Oikopleura. In the next class, we will be discussing with the next subphylum. The first subphylum, that is the first 2 subphyla, Cephalochordata and Urochordata, we have discussed in this session. Cephalochordata, in the Cephalochordata, animals have notochord that which was extended to the head. And in the next case, that is Urochordata, where the tail has this notochord. And these are the only chordates which are sessile. They are substratum, they are attached to the substratum, they can't move. And again, this Urochordata is divided into Acidiacea, Larvaceae, and Thaliacea and Larvaceae. And each one class has their own demarcating, differentiating features. These are the animals of the various classes of the subphylum Urochordata. In the next session, we will be going to deal with the remaining subphylum and also classification of that. I hope you have enjoyed this session. Thank you.